Cristina Perez with Perez Law Group. We're here with Verdicts Vogue, and I have the pleasure of introducing Sophia Augeri here with me. And I know I butchered her name, so how do you properly say your last name?
Augeri.
Oh, I said it pretty close.
You got it right.
Yeah. All right, good. So thank you for joining.
Thanks for having me.
Let's do a cheers. Cheers. Well,
I love the star treatment with the mimosa.
we could mention that it is Saturday morning. It's like, well, it's 11, so it's okay. So it's decent hours to be having a mimosa.
Oh, yeah.
So, okay.
I started earlier.
So tell us a little bit about yourself.
Let's see. I am an attorney with Osteen McLeod Combs. I'm 38. I am married, a stepmom. I have a younger brother. We all live in the East Valley, so all pretty close to each other. I have a dog.
What kind of dog do you have?
He's a rescue, and I've never done the blood test, so I'm not 100% sure, but I suspect probably a little bit of German Shepherd or this other random breed that I found online called Black-Mouthed Cur. He looks like it. I had never heard of it before, but I just ChatGPT'd golden fur, black snout, and that's what popped up. So I don't know. But
is he a big dog?
He's medium-sized.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I was supposed to have a medium-sized dog, and my dog's name is Freddie. He's a Bernedoodle. They sold him to me that he as a dog that was not going to be more than 45 pounds. He is currently about 80 pounds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's what I was asking, because he's like the baby of our family right now.
Yeah. How old is he?
He's 3.
Okay.
He'll be 3 November 1st. So
did you grow up with dogs or?
I did, but not my family wasn't like a dog person. Like there wasn't like a dog family. It wasn't until later on in life that like we all like have like an affection towards dogs. I think definitely not the way that we treat our dog. I didn't grow up that way. Dogs were seen as like not part of the family, but just like pets, right?
Just there.
Yeah. Is that like your experience as well?
We did grow up with dogs. They were more like dogs from breeders though. So Golden Retriever, Lab. So my dog is a little bit of a different experience, just being a rescue and, having everything that comes along with that. But he's embraced by everybody in the family. His name's Kuba and he's 3 as well.
So what made you decide to go get a rescue dog? Because I know that's like the responsible thing to do. I found this Bernedoodle, fell in love with it, and was like, okay, the heck with it. Let's just pay a whole bunch of money for a dog that they're breeding to make this way. Not responsible.
No judgment at all. I think either way, it could have gone both ways. But I had heard that they had some rescue pups at like a local, pet shop. So I went over there, saw him, fell in love with him, and adopted him.
Oh, yeah. Well, so everyone who meets my dog, he usually comes to the office too.
Does he?
He does. He's like, if you look on our website, he's our morale officer.
Okay.
He's like our chief morale officer. And everyone who meets him, like they tend to fall in love. Like he has a groomer appointment today, and she texted me this morning saying, hey, does he like stuffed animals or balls? Because I'm going to bring him a special toy. Oh. And I'm like, okay. So, it's like a nice thing. I don't know. I just love him.
They're such great companions. And my 3rd year of law school, they actually had a bounce house / puppy day for all the 3rd year law students to come out and just alleviate some of the stress. So there were a bunch of 23, 24-year-olds all bouncing around on bounce houses and petting puppies out in the front lawn. It was fun.
I love that idea. Yeah. I think we should like set something up. I'm looking at like my team. How about a bounce house and some puppies for so Hope, who's on the other side of the window. She's like keeps us all in order, and so she would not like that idea because she can tell that it's going to be really messy.
The logistics of it all.
Too stressful. Okay, so tell me, you've been an attorney now since 2014, and you were previously with Osteen Harrison before they became Osteen McLeod Combs.
That's right. Yeah.
And what area do you practice in?
Personal injury.
Sophia, one of the things I wanted to talk to you about was your experience. Before doing personal injury, you were in criminal law.
That's right. Yeah.
Okay. Tell me about how you ended up going from criminal law into personal injury.
So It was a little bit accidental, actually. I had been in Flagstaff. That was where I had my first job out of law school. I was working for basically a solo practitioner, criminal defense attorney. I wanted to get a little more courtroom experience, and so I switched over to prosecution for about a year and a half.
Okay.
And then it's sort of a long story.
No, it's okay.
I'll try to give it like an abbreviation.
No, so you worked for what office when you were doing prosecutors?
For prosecution, the Flagstaff City Attorney's Office.
Okay. And so then what law school did you go to?
Michigan State University.
Do you know that my husband's from Michigan State?
No, I didn't know that.
I went to Michigan State, yeah.
What does your husband do, by the way?
He works at the office. So
he does? Okay.
He graduated with a finance degree, but then when I went out on my own, he ended up switching over and worked with us at the firm. And he basically handles all the back end stuff, like all the books and financing and stuff like that.
Got it.
So yes, but he did go to Michigan State a number of years before you did because he's older than us.
Okay. Gotcha. Is he still like go green, go white all the way?
Do you know that he teaches my kids that? Like if somebody walks around, do you do that too?
From time to time. It depends on who I'm around. Yeah.
No, he can be in Costco and he sees somebody with like a Michigan State hat. Oh, yeah. Like, go green. And they'll say, go white.
Oh, yeah.
He'll teach my kids and they'll be like, Eva, say, go white. And so she'll be like, go green. White.
It's a universal language.
When's the last time you did that?
Probably at the grocery store. Yeah. Yeah.
It is a universal thing.
It is. Yeah.
So where did you grow up, by the way?
I was a military brat. So I moved around quite a bit. Yeah, I was born in the DC area, and then we moved to Wisconsin, and then to Arizona, and then California, and then Virginia. And then I ended up bouncing around a little bit school-wise, but went to law school in Michigan.
Okay.
Yeah. And then I started work in Flagstaff and have been in Arizona since
then.
So
did you move to Michigan? I mean, did you move from Michigan to Arizona because you ended up getting a job in Arizona?
Yeah, that was one of the reasons. And my after my parents retired, they settled in Arizona. Okay. And my brother was in Arizona. And I just had some connections. I had done like an internship with the Superior Court judges in Coconino County. Okay. So I had that connection too. So it just seemed to fit. Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
So then so I actually started with, in the prosecutor's office too, as a law clerk, but they had a hiring freeze. And my goal was to be a trial lawyer. Is that kind of how you ended up, working in criminal law, thinking that you wanted to be a trial attorney, or tell us about that?
Initially, I had actually been a lot more interested in appellate work. Okay. And
you're brave.
Like, hindsight is 20/20 because I tended to focus more on that in law school, and I opted for some appellate oriented opportunities instead of, like, for example, doing the trial practice institute with the school, and then ended up only doing trial work for my career. So a part of me wishes that I had done that track instead, but it's been good because, learn as you go. But
trial work's been really good to you because you've had some notable cases.
It's been good. Yeah. I've had some really great mentors along the way, and have been in a lot of different contexts. So it's been a crazy but fun journey.
Okay. So then you get to the prosecutor's office, and then what makes you say, okay, I'm doing prosecutor's work or putting bad guys away, I want to switch to personal injury?
It was actually falling in love with my husband.
Boys will do that.
Yeah, but it was through prosecution that I met him, kind of. Okay. So they had sent us to I can't remember if it was like a DUI court, like crash course, or if it was like an advanced prosecution course, but it was based out of Phoenix. So some of us from Flagstaff came to Phoenix. And at the time I was getting into dance a little bit, like just social dance, like salsa and that sort of thing.
Oh, did you take lessons?
I was taking some lessons up in Flagstaff. And so while I was in Phoenix, at the end of the day, I was like, I don't want to just sit in the hotel room. What am I going to do? Okay. So I Googled some local dance classes, and I went to one, and he was there. And I didn't think anything of it at the time, but he was so friendly, and, we had a dance. And then, but he lived in the Phoenix area. And then a few months later, ran into him again in California, of all places, at a dance conference.
Oh, you guys were taking dance seriously then.
Yeah. They get crazy with it. Like, I don't know if you're familiar with the Queen Mary. out
No.
in Long Beach. It's kind of like it's like an old ship, sort of like the Titanic, but
Oh, I am.
after
Okay.
that time.
Yes. And so what does your husband do for work?
He's a dentist now, but
Okay.
he started off as a dance instructor. He was kind of like bivocational, so he did dance instruction as well as college advisement.
What's his favorite like dance style?
It's probably his original love was salsa or mambo.
Okay.
And then now the dance that we kind of like went on our thing together was called Zouk.
Okay.
It's
Is that the Brazilian dance?
You know it?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, so few people know it. But yeah.
Well, I looked it up. I mean, in all fairness, I looked it up when I was looking up your information.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's sort of a growing, like blossoming dance here in the US. But yeah, started I think in Brazil.
So that's so cool. So then did you and him do dance competitions together?
Not competitions, but we took lessons together, and he like kept finding excuses to come up to Flagstaff, and then I kept finding excuses to come down here. So eventually, after things started to get more serious, and he had kids, I decided I would move to Phoenix. And his dad is an attorney, and put my resume out there. And
who's his dad?
Francisco Gutierrez.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so your husband is Latino?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh, I want to see him dance. Like, does anyone want to see him dance? I'm like,
amazing. Yeah, I'll send you some videos.
I'm super excited to see this. Okay. So then, do you guys still go out dancing together?
Sometimes, not as much as we'd like to. I think COVID, when everything shut down, kind of slowed things down. And then we kind of shifted our attention more towards his kids and our careers a little bit. But we do go out from time to time, and we're definitely planning to pick it up again, in the future. So.
Okay. And so, well, I love that. I mean, I'll tell you a quick side note. My husband and I took dance lessons to have our preparation for our wedding dance, right? And so we actually had an instructor teach us. It was supposed to be like a song for At Last. And then for one reason or another, maybe because I had a couple too many glasses of champagne because it was raining on our outdoor wedding, we completely messed it up. So we both of us forgot all of the steps. I think he ended up accidentally grabbing my boob during the performance by accident. He meant to turn me, and then his hand landed on my boob. And that's on video. But yeah, so we were not very good at.
That's so endearing, though. You guys will treasure that video footage.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, we danced at our wedding too, and had our fair share of mistakes.
Did you do when you did your wedding dance, did you have like a really like high level dance, or did you have like a whole plan, or was it like a regular like?
We didn't. We picked the songs ahead of time, but definitely not like choreographed or anything.
Oh, okay.
I mean, we're only intermediate dancers, if that. So, but
because I've seen some like real like ambitious dances they get pulled crazy off. We recently saw like a mom and son dance that was like pretty ambitious, and I'm like, oh
yeah.
I also seen some father-daughter dances that have been like pretty ambitious, and I'm like, oh, I don't think I can move like that.
Yeah I've seen some pretty amazing like what is it called, bridal party dances too. The receptions, when everybody has the choreographed, those are fun.
You know what, that's another idea. See, we have the puppies and the bounce houses, and then we should have like office choreographed dance.
Add it to the list. What dance did you guys
we did on? So we danced At Last, and it was just a regular like waltz thing.
I was gonna guess waltz.
Yeah,
maybe. Okay.
It was like a waltz, and we kind of like really bummed that up pretty bad. So now you've been since coming from Flagstaff, then you went to you moved to Phoenix, and you've been at the same office since 2014.
No, so when Cisco put my resume out on the listserv, Tim Tonkin at Phillips saw it, and so he reached out to me, and I worked at Phillips from I think 2018 through I think 2022.
Oh,
so
okay.
That was my intro to personal injury, and then I started working with Osteen and Harrison, and
they're great. I mean, so I'll tell you, I've worked with Lincoln Combs at your office, and I haven't had a chance to work with you yet, but we will. But Lincoln and I had worked on a pretty difficult case a number of years ago. So are you currently working with him on any cases, or are you because I don't really know how it goes. I mean, do you guys all work on certain cases? Because you guys have some pretty serious injury cases that you handle.
Yeah. So yes, I'm working on a couple of cases with Lincoln, and I would say in the time that I've been there, I've probably worked most closely with Lincoln. He like immediately took me under his wing and brought me into some more catastrophic injury cases.
Yeah, he's a great mentor. So
he's fantastic, and he's really great about collaborating with outside counsel as well, and building up those relationships. And he's spoken so positively about you too, and he told me about the case that you had partnered on.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
So with that, and I'll tell you, because when I first started, because I've been practicing for about 15 years, but really only doing personal injury for probably about 7, I would say. And in that time, I used to have a male partner, and I know, right, this is one of the reasons why I wanted to have you on the show. I know that being a younger female, sometimes, and when you're working with co-counsel that's male, there are certain treatment that you receive as a female attorney that you may not receive if you were a male attorney. Tell me, how did you deal with that? Because I think for most of us, at least for myself, when you're first starting out, or you're always kind of in the I don't want to say in the shadow, but in a way. For me, I held myself back because I was like, oh, he's more experienced. Let him do the talking. And it came to a point where I was like, screw that. I'm going to do the talking. Right. I know this case. I worked this case up. Was there a point where you were able to find your voice to take the lead?
Yeah, I think it probably came with maybe 2 things. So one of them was just having like a series of successes under your belt. One that comes to mind was being mid-deposition with a far more experienced attorney and just going head to head on, he was objecting and instructing his client not to answer one of my questions, which was like absolutely a legitimate question. And I said, okay, we'll get the judge on the line. So we were able to get the judge on, and the judge ruled in my favor. And I think those types of experiences just show it, it's not about me, it's about the law. And the more that I can focus on the law and be prepared and, show them that I have command over that helped. And then also just like internally having more confidence in myself and, acknowledging when I know the case.
Sure.
So I'd say those 2 things combined probably.
And that's a powerful tool. I actually use that on Friday, where you can tell, we'll call the judge, right? And I'll wait and I'll place them on hold in this particular one. And I never did that before until I heard it from another attorney and said, well, just call the judge. And I was like, oh, you mean stop the deposition? And say, yeah, stop the deposition, call the judge.
Yeah.
And you'll see, what I found is that 9 times out of 10, they give in because they know that they're wrong. Mm-hmm. So on Friday, I had a deposition ongoing of the defendant, and the attorney was there, the videographer's there, the court reporter's there, and he was going to call it, and then interpreter was there, and he was going to call it, and at the full 4 hours, because we had noticed a deposition from 11 to 3, and so it was 3, but he wasn't accounting for like the interpreter, he wasn't accounting for the off the record time and so forth. And I said, okay, let's call the judge because this is really serious. It's really stupid if you're gonna take this approach. And I went ahead and did. He actually had me call the judge. They were busy at the moment, but then he finally folded. And at that point, I was like, I'm not. He was like, you're gonna make us wait. I'm like, yeah.
Yeah.
So
when did you start to feel the shift, if you don't mind me asking?
Probably recently. I say. So I went out on my own in 2019, December of 2019. I can tell you I probably started feeling the shift at like maybe 3 years ago. So I've been now all going on 6 years. So maybe in the 3rd year in being by myself, I also was told very often by my old partner that I wasn't a business person, that I, if you can go out on your own, but you're not, this is not, you don't have really, you aren't a business person. And so that kind of like, and I was with him for like 9 years. So for me, that stuck with me like, okay, can I do this?
Yeah.
Do I know what I'm talking about? Am I self-doubt? So I had a lot of self-doubt that I had to walk through. Once I finally realized and I was like, F this, I know this, right? Or if I don't know it, I'm going to figure it out. Then I kind of just let that all go.
Yeah.
So I'm going to say confidently 3 years ago.
That's it for now. In part 2, listen to Cristina and Sophia open up about growth, mentorship, and what it takes to build confidence and balance in law and in life. We'll see you on the next episode of Verdicts Vogue.